There is heavy fighting in almost all of Kherson, Kyiv said this morning, as its offensive to retake territory from Russian forces continued for a second day. President Zelensky said last night, "The occupiers should know, we will drive them to the border. Go home. If you are afraid to return to your home in Russia, well, let such occupiers surrender, and we will guarantee them compliance with all norms of the Geneva Conventions. If they do not listen to me, they will deal with our defenders, who will not stop until they release everything that belongs to Ukraine." Zelensky said Ukrainian troops had broken through Russian defenses in several sectors of the front line near the city of Kherson. Oleksiy Arestovich, a senior advisor to Zelensky, said Russian defenses in the region had been broken through in a few hours. Overview of the Kherson Counteroffensive. The news snippet you shared describes Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive in the Kherson region, a key southern front in the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his advisor Oleksiy Arestovich are quoted as claiming significant breakthroughs against Russian defenses, with Zelensky urging Russian troops to surrender or face expulsion. This follows Ukraine's broader strategy to reclaim occupied territories since Russia's invasion began in February 2022. Key developments reported: heavy fighting and breakthroughs. Ukrainian forces are reported to have penetrated Russian lines in multiple sectors near Kherson, a city under Russian control since early in the war. Arestovich stated that defenses were breached in a few hours, suggesting rapid progress, though this is based on Ukrainian assessments and not independently verified. Zelensky's statements. He emphasized a no-compromise stance, promising to push Russian forces to the border and offering surrender guarantees under the Geneva Conventions. This rhetoric aligns with Ukraine's messaging to demoralize Russian troops and appeal to international norms. Context of the offensive. Launched on August 29, 2022, this is Ukraine's largest counterattack since the war's start. Kherson is strategically vital, controlling access to the Black Sea and the Dnipro River. Ukrainian gains could disrupt Russian supply lines and isolate forces in Crimea. Broader context and caveats. Military situation. As of my last update, Ukrainian advances have included recapturing villages and pushing toward the Dnipro River. However, Russian forces have fortified positions with trenches, mines, and artillery, leading to intense, attritional combat. Casualties on both sides are high, with reports of thousands of troops involved. Russian perspective. Moscow has downplayed the offensive, claiming to have repelled attacks and inflicted heavy losses on Ukrainians. Independent sources like the Institute for the Study of War note that while Ukraine has made gains, the fighting remains fluid and contested. International implications. The offensive has drawn global attention, with Western allies providing arms and intelligence. Success could boost Ukraine's negotiating position, but failure might prolong the war. Humanitarian concerns include civilian evacuations and potential war crimes investigations. Verification note. News from conflict zones can be partisan. Ukrainian sources often highlight successes, while Russian media emphasizes defenses. Reliable updates come from outlets like BBC, Reuters, or ASIN analysts, but real-time accuracy varies. If this is part of a larger discussion or you have a specific question, let me know. I can dive deeper with available data. Stay safe and informed.